So today's class is transaction management with commit, rollback, and save point. Actually, the commands commit, rollback, and save point is called as transaction control commands, TCL or DCL. They also we call as transaction control commands. Actually, commit, rollback, and save point. These commands we call as actually we are in SQL. We say that the commands in SQL is classified into three types: DDL, DML, and DCL. DDL is the data definition language, DML is data manipulation language, DCL is data control language. We say that. So sometimes we call as transaction control commands also. So commit, rollback, and save point. What is a commit command? What is the purpose of commit command? A commit command is used to make the changes which makes the changes permanently to the database. Otherwise, the changes will not be stored permanently. So the commit command is used is commit command in the transaction. So it is a transaction command is used to save the changes invoked by the transaction to the database. So to make the to save the changes made by the transaction, we use the commit command. Once the commit command is applied, so once the commit command is applied, save all the operations that are performed by the transaction to the database since last commit. So whenever we applied the commit command, all the operations that are performed by the transaction to the database since last commit. For example, suppose we have the one table, suppose employee table. We have three columns, four rows, employee number, name, salary. For example, this is the we have the table, employee number 101. So Ross salary is 34,000. We have the one more employee 102. Sai salary is 28,000. We have one more employee 103. So command is suppose 33 column. Suppose this is my table, employee table. For example, this is my employee table, employee number, name, and salary. Suppose I want to delete star from employee where employee number equal to 101. So when we apply this SQL command, so the database system will delete the record. So So we make to make the changes. Suppose I want to delete the employee number 101 employee. Suppose so I applied a delete star from EMP where employee number equal to 101. So when I applied, then after that I applied commit. Once I applied commit, then only the record which is deleted permanently from the database. Otherwise, the record is not deleted permanently from the database. To make the changes, to make and save the changes, which is performed by the transaction, we use a commit command. Suppose this is the command, commit command. So this is my table. Suppose I want to delete star from EMP where employee number equal to 101, then commit. Once I apply the commit command, so then the record will be stored. To make the changes permanent, it is necessary to apply the commit. Otherwise, the changes will not be permanent. To make changes permanent, it is necessary to apply the commit command. Otherwise, So the changes will not be permanent. So to delete or update or insert, to perform whatever the operation we are performed, that operation must be permanent to the database. It is necessary to apply the commit command. Otherwise, the information is not permanent. So like this, we use the commit command. Once the commit command is used, so this command, commit command, is the transactional command used to save the changes invoked by the transaction to the database. So once the commit command, so this command saves all the operations that are performed by the transaction to the database since the last commit or rollback command. So suppose this is my database. I want to delete the record 101 employee. Delete star from EMP where employee number equal to 101. Then commit. So whenever I applied the commit, then only the record will be deleted permanently from the database. Otherwise, the record will not be deleted permanently from the database. This is called as commit command. Similarly, we have the rollback command. The rollback command is used. Command is a transaction command is used to undo the transactions, undo the operations that are performed by the transaction, that are performed by the transaction that have not already been saved to the database. So rollback command is used. So it is a transactional command. It is a rollback command is the transactional command which is used to undo the operations that are performed by the transaction, to undo the operations that are performed by the transaction that have not already been saved by the database. Suppose suppose whatever the changes I done, I want to undo before saving. So at that time I use rollback command. This command can only use to undo the transaction since last commit or rollback was issued. For example, so this is my table. Suppose this is my table. So suppose I want to delete employee number where star by so again suppose once again I applied rollback command, the data will not be deleted. So suppose I want to delete employee number 101, select star, so delete star from EMP where employee number equal to 101. Suppose I want to delete 101 record. So again I applied rollback command. Once I applied the rollback command, so the whatever the data I deleted will be get recovers because it is not saved. So to undo the operations that are performed by the transaction, at that time we use commit command. Similarly, we have the rollback command, save point. So save point command, save point. Save point. A save point is a point in the transaction when you can roll the transaction back to a certain point without rollbacking the entire transaction. So instead of rollbacking the entire transaction, I want to roll back only certain point. At that time, we use save point. A save point is a point of transaction. A save point is a point of transaction when you can roll the transactions back to the certain point without roll back the entire transaction. So the syntax of save point command. save point name. This command serves only the certain save point among all the statements. The rollback is used to undo the gap of transactions. The syntax of the rollback. So it's the same. Suppose rollback to save point, rollback to save point name. So this is the syntax. For example, we have the, suppose this is my record, ID, name, age, address, and salary. Suppose. So I applied. Suppose instead of this, I will go for. Suppose I will take one example, better example. Instead of that, suppose this is my record. Suppose my record is this is. Suppose save point sp1. Save point is created. Delete star from employee where employee number equal to 101. Suppose when I write like this, employee 1 record is deleted. Suppose save point 2. Again, save point is created. Delete from employee 2 from employee where ID employee number equal to 102. Suppose I want want to create save point 3. Delete star from employee where employee number equal to 103. So I created 3 save points: save point 1, save point 2, and save point 3. Save point 1 is to delete employee 1. Save point 2 is deleted employee 2. Save point 3 is deleted employee 3. Suppose I want to delete only employee 1. Suppose I want to roll back. So actually now that we deleted all as save point 1, save point 2, and save point 3. From save point 3 we are created suppose these are the 3 save point commands. Save point 1 I will call as say sp1. So whenever I created save point, the system will create save point created. So in save point 1, delete from emp where employee number equal to 101. So 101 record is deleted. Again I created one more save point sp2. So delete from employee where employee number equal to 102. So again 102 delete is record. Suppose I want to delete one more save point sp3. Delete one more 3. So like, suppose after creation. So actually we are deleted with employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Actually 3 save points are created. Suppose I want roll back a save point up to save point 2. So I roll back to save point 2. When I applied rollback to save point 2, so we recover the information. So whenever I apply save point, this command automatically, so say 2 and 3 are rolled back and one is deleted permanently. So like this, we can apply save point command. How to release save point command? So release save point command is release save point name. Whenever we use release save point name, the save point is deleted. Suppose. So like this, we once a save point is released, you can no longer use the rollback command, undo the transactions performed with the since save point. This is the command. So like this, we have the transaction commands. There are 3 transaction control commands. So we make it as a transaction control commands also. Transaction management or transaction control commands. There are 3 transaction control commands. They are commit, rollback, and save point. Commit command is used to make the changes which are, there are 3. So actually there are 3 transaction control commands. They are commit, rollback, and save point. So there are 3 transaction control commands. They are commit, rollback, and save point. Commit command is used to make the changes which make the changes permanently. So we use commit command. So the syntax of commit command is so like this. We use it. Once we can apply the SQL statement, then I will make it as commit. Then only the changes which are performed by us will be done permanently. Rollback. So when we rollback is used to undo the operations. For example, this is my table. So I deleted 101 record. So again, I want to roll back that record. Hence I apply rollback. Then when I apply the rollback, again we'll get the original table. That's why 101 record is not deleted. So save point is used. Save point is the point in the point. So which is used to roll back only certain point instead of entire rollback. Actually, I want to point only some certain point to the rollback. At that time, we use save point command. The syntax of save point is save point name. So once we can created save points, then we can roll back to save point, particular save point. For example, this is my employee table. Suppose I created 3 save points, save point SP1, SP2, SP3. In SP1, I deleted 101. In SP2, I deleted 102. And in SP3, I deleted 103. Suppose I want to roll back 102 and 102 and 103. So at that time, I will roll back to SP2. So when I applied roll back to SP2, 103 and 102 is roll back. So these 2 records, only 101 is deleted permanently from the database. To delete permanent. So once at that time we use this. How to release the save point? To release the save points, we use release save point name. Once we can apply the save points, so then there is no longer need to roll back. For example, release save point SP1. So when I applied this, automatically SP1 is released. So then once released, you cannot apply a rollback. So like this, we have the three commands. These three commands we will call as transaction control commands. So these three we called as this. Now we go for concurrency control. What is concurrency control? Concurrency control mechanism is used to access a database item more than one transaction without without any inconsistency. That we will use concurrency control. Concurrency control mechanism is used. So once if you are not applied, if so the transaction so to access the database item more than one transaction simultaneously, at that time we use concurrency control. What is this? So what is concurrency control? In concurrency control is multiple transactions can be executed simultaneously. It may affect the transaction result. It is high important to maintain the order of execution of the transactions. So this is called as concurrency. So concurrency control. What is concurrency control? Concurrency control is ability to is used to multiple transactions can accessing the database item. So simultaneously, that we called as concurrency control. Once we are not, so if we are not applied the concurrency control properly, we get some problems. The problems of concurrency control, there are several problems that can be occurred when when the current transactions is executed in uncontrolled manner. So the problems that are occurred by the concurrency control, there are three problems in concurrency control. So they are last update, dirty read, and unrepeatable read. There are three problems that are occurred by the concurrency control. So one is called as last update problem. Second is dirty read problem. So third is unrepeatable read. There are three problems that are occurred. What is last update problem? When one transaction, suppose when one transaction that access the same database items contains their operations in a way that makes the value some database is incorrect. When two transactions that access the same database items contained in the operations in a way that makes the changes up to the database item is incorrect, that we called as last updation problem. For example, there are two, so what is, we clearly say that when two transactions that access the same database item contain their operations, when two transactions accessing, updating the same, updating some database item, updating the database item, some database item, some database item. So then it some database item, it's a last updation problem occurs. Some database item at the same time, then then the database item, then the database item is incorrect, then the update is, then the last update problem, the update is called as last update problem. So when multiple transactions, when two transactions or multiple transactions, when two transactions updating the same database item at the same time, then the database item is incorrect. So then that update is called as last update problem. Suppose let us assume that there are two transactions. If two transactions T1 and T2 read a record and update it, then the effect of updation of the first record will not overwritten by the second update. For example, so we have the two transactions, transaction X and transaction Y. So transaction, so at time T1, so no operations is. At time T2, transaction X reads the record. At time T3, transaction Y reads the record A. At time T4, transaction A updated record, which is not committed. At time T5, transaction A, transaction Y updating the record. Suppose if without updating this operation, then this can be automatically updated. So this result is incorrect. For example, let us assume that the initially value of A is 100. So X transaction are updated under 200 rupees on A. So then A value is 100 plus 100, 200. So Y is also updated one more 100. So finally, actually we get 300 now, but we are not get 200 only. That's we called as last updation problem. For example, at the time T2, transaction X reads value of A. At time T3, transaction Y reads value of A. At time T4, X writes the value A on the basis value seen at time T2. At time T5, transaction Y writes value of value A on the basis of value seen at time T3. At some time T5, the updation of X is lost because of overwritten. So this is called as the last updation problem. So what is the last updation problem? Suppose so this is called as last updation. So this is we called as the last updation. I will stop this. Delete this and I'll make one more table. 3 columns. Transaction T1, time transaction T2. So let us assume that there are two transactions. Initially, no operation is performed by at time T1. No operation. T1 no operation. At time T2, read A. At time T3, read A. Update A equal to A plus 50. T4, time T4. At time T5, update equal to a plus 100. Suppose I write it like this. So let us assume that there are two transactions, T1 and T2, transaction T1 and a transaction T2 at the time T1. So at time T2 transaction T1,